Hi, Oh, hi. Good night. Go ahead and share the live for me, please, guys. For some reason, I don't think this is tight enough or something. It keeps on coming off. I don't know what's causing it, but hi, everyone. It's been a while since I've been live. I think this is my second live for the new year. So tap the screen, show up some love, join the live, share the live, do all of those wonderful things. Um, do all of those wonderful things. Hi Donna, hi Oshin, hi Dennis, Antonio, hi, good night guys, good night. So I was just coming live basically just to check in and see how everybody I do, see if everybody good. And just basically have an interactive live. One second. One second. Yeah, and just have an interactive live because I know a lot of persons have been checking on me because I'm not go live or something. Because I did the right one. I wrote a caption one time. Let me see if I can read it word for word for you guys so that let me see if I can read it word for word for you guys. I wrote a status. Let me see if I can find it and just read it for you guys. Oh, it's my birth month, so you guys are gonna see me celebrating this month. Let me see if I can just find it and read it for you. Oh, I'm just gonna read it. I'm just gonna read it for you. So I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it, so I'm just gonna read it and stuff, right? Let me see if I can go on this. Alright. How are we doing? HD, hi. Antonio Williams, hi, everyone. How's everyone doing? How's the new year treating you? Hope that everybody is well and doing well. The new driving the new driving rules here were just passed. I'm afraid for drive. It's like you can get a ticket for drive. You can get a ticket while driving for driving, it seems. Like I was seeing something about the car seats with the taxi drivers, which I think is ridiculous because a lot of Jamaicans don't have car seats. I saw a video today of a baby mother at a bus stop that was not able to get a taxi. She was not able to get a taxi because the drivers were refusing to carry her based on the act that was passed to say you have to have a car seat. And a lot of drivers are saying, listen, we're not a car seat, so we're not carry your car. We're not a 5,000 for paying a ticket right now. So I want to know if them rules they apply to the JUTC as well. Does that apply to the JUTC? Hi Moesha, hi sweetie. Does that apply to JUTC as well? Because they have to go put KRC upon JUTC. Sheila, hi. And that more want to know because if I can get a ticket while driving, the fines, I think personally, I never this come life to talk about still. I never this me really come life to talk about still, but like now me upon the topic, me just I got talk about it. I think that the ticket fines are ridiculous. That's my personal opinion, right? That's my personal opinion that I think the ticket fines are ridiculous. Like, is this to keep us safe or is it to make money? Is it to keep us safe? Hi, Sasha, sweetie. Is it to keep us safe or is it to make money? Because I find the prices ridiculous. Like, when me reach with me, I said, no, but me have to stop driving. I can't afford this. It's to keep you guys safe. You think so? Because some of them, some of the prices I think are ridiculous. I think it's a money making thing. Is it really to keep us safe though? Like me not have all of them me not have them in front of me now, can go through them with but I read through them because they sent it through email at my workplace and I read through them and I tell you I'm terrified for drive. It's like I can get a ticket just for driving. I think the prices are ridiculous. All right. The whole thing about paying your ticket before February 1st and all of that, right? I'm telling you something about that now. Mama telling us something about that now, right? Say Me go court 2020, December the 3rd, 2020, donga Senan. I go court and go pay my ticket. I go Spanish Town 2020 and go pay my ticket at court. Right? Somebody said up I try to pay back both. I go and pay my ticket. In court, I was escorted. I was escorted by a police officer because a bench warrant for my arrest was issued for the ticket, right? Because it never paid. I never remember the ticket. I lost the ticket. I never remember nothing about it. So I had to go to court. A bench warrant was issued. And the police escorted me to Senans Bay court to pay the ticket December the 3rd, 2020. And when I when I checked on my tickets recently, those tickets were still outstanding. It showed that I still owed, and when I inquired why I still owe those monies, they know what they told me? It takes a while to put in all of the thing them in the system. 3 years? I remember say just over 2 years it take to upload. So it's still showing basically I can be arrested for those tickets, even though I've already paid them, and they're saying, oh, keep your receipt. Some 3 years? You want me to be driving up and down with a receipt for 3 years? Think about it. For 3 years, they want me to drive up and down with the receipt for sure. Say when the police stop me and it shows on their system that, oh, this is outstanding. I should still have a receipt from 3 years ago to show that no, I went to court and paid this. Mind you, I was escorted by the police to go and pay it. So now they're telling me, oh, just pay it again. And remember that when you go to court, it is on the discretion of the judge. So if you get, like, I remember I got, I think, a $4,000 ticket, and I was ordered to pay, I think, $8,000 in court. So remember, it's on the discretion of the judge. So what if this time when we go back, the judge to pay $15,000? When I already paid twice what the ticket was worth back in 2020? Like, just think about it. It not make no sense to me. Why issue these tickets? Put a system in place to say, listen, if you don't pay it within the 21 days, anything can happen. You can lose a receipt. Anything can happen. High degree Wagwan. Anything can happen within the time frame, and you lose the ticket, so you end up going to court to pay it, right? You pay these tickets and they matter let if you pay it twice because them never uploaded into the system. Tell me how that makes sense. How much taxi drivers have car seat for carry a baby mother or carry a baby father or anybody traveling with a young child? How much people have that? Like, it's really not going to be a lot of taxi drivers, if any. If any at all. The other day I was on the road because my vehicle was in the garage and I had to take public transportation. Mind you, I haven't taken public transportation about 6 years or so. Right? I take public transportation about 6 years or so. Right? And I had to take public transportation to get to work. Listen to me. There was no vehicles on the road. No vehicle, never on the road. And you see now, I'm telling you something. My mom was telling me that I told me that I wanted to minibus come. I'm saying, alright, no taxi now around. And me I say, alright, you know, travel down here. You know, take taxi, don't you? You don't really take the bus. You prefer take taxi. It's nice, right? But also now, I'm still on the bus. So I say, alright, I'm gonna jump on that bus here and just do. Because if you're in a situation like, you don't have to do what you have to do. You have to roll with the punches. You can't do this, you can't. You don't have to do what you have to do, right? You have to get to work. So you know, say the minibus pull up now, they must say 5 hour road on a minibus, right? Most of the doctor stop and say, come here, Slimans, you, come in at the bus. So I say, alright. Sorry about that. How was it now? I think I was holding the speaker, guys. The YouTube family, I think I was holding the speaker. Sorry about that. So the man stopped the bus, stopped the loading, and said, come, Slimmers, come to your seat. I can't bother with the furniture money from when I got Panama, September, from August, this money I have my money. And every day is a different store. And the man tell me, say, oh, the furniture, it has spray. Not even furniture, it's just that door that he's putting on. And him say it has spray. And when him finally see it in a December, when I see it in a December, I believe said the raw material I go down there see. And then this man don't want to give me money. Anyways, I don't want to jump off a topic and see my sister texting about it. Some of us don't know. The man said, come in, slimmers, come sit down on the bus. You see me looking at those people? You no, say, at the back seat, the man tell me if you sit down there in the middle, cause the 5 row. So to me small, somewhat small, come a tick, no, it's a girl tick. To me somewhat small, the man tell me if you go sit down in the middle of the bus, in the back row, cause the 5 row. Now you want me to drive cross flat bridge. You want me to drive cross flat bridge in a Migla minibus where the window them can't open. Me? Me not do that. When I drive across Stockbridge, I have 4 window them down and I not have a seat belt. Because in the event, you're not saying that something happened, you know, but in the event something is to happen, I want to be able to swim out. I want to be able to swim out. So you tell me if you go in the middle, in the back road with 2 people on my left, 2 people on my right, the window them can't open. And then remember saying, when the people are load up in the bus, they know so they're going to drop some cross seats. So you're trapped. I said, no. I wait for the coaster, and when the coaster come, me flying at the front seat, I'm going to open the window wide. Because of the accident stuff, so many vehicles were not running. So many taxi and bus operators were not on the road. I never know, say I saw it rough for when people have to take bus and taxi. It is ridiculous. Because my vehicle is in the garage. Like, it is ridiculous. Normally, I get picked up every morning and dropped home. Right? But that day they does happen. I know I can just imagine for the people when I have a vehicle, can't afford a vehicle, can't buy gas, whatever the reason is. Right? Because we do have a lot of persons that money is what it is, right? You tell me, say no, you have a little baby and you want to go home. Taxi driver not bring a time on a car seat. Paul, me not talk to you, because me don't know where you depend. Look how me call you, me text you everything. You are telling me, say no, you have your little baby on the road, you can't go home because taxi driver not a car seat? Bus driver not a car seat? So you stranded on the road with your young child? Foolishness. Not to mention, me go make the mistake and take JUTC. Listen to me, JUTC cheaper still, because when on the bus I pay like $200 or $250, and then on the JUTC is only $100. And let me tell you something. Me said the JUTC ram up like a sardine pan. Listen, it pack like a sardine. And then the way it pack now, the bus driver now, still I tell people for go in but walk through the back door. Right? Still a force of people in it. Then you know what I see him do? Him come around and take ticket from passenger and give next passenger. So him start go on film also now. And I will see with my own 2 years, because I did record it. But you see, I don't want to get nobody in trouble, I don't post it. Enough people come on the bus when I get no ticket. You know what I mean? Him pocket them money there. And people around there stuck up like a sardine. Me if I said, Jesus and peace, we left from after, I think, about 4:45. I'll never reach a Spanish town until 5:45. 5:45. I mean, it's 3 hours. 3 hours that me can't manage. I don't know about nobody else, but me personally can't manage them thing the IRT. No, I don't want to post it because I don't want to get him in trouble. I don't want to get him. I disapprove. I disapprove of what he did, but at the same time, I don't know, maybe them kids to feed him, whatever to feed him. I don't really want to post nothing for nobody to lose them work. Hi, Lolo. Hi, beautiful. I don't really want to post nothing. A girl like you enough to take bus too pretty. Prettier than me out there, take it, my love. Listen to me. Prettier than me out there, I take bus, Paul. I drive through downtown the other day. I see some pretty woman and them out there for them hustling and push them and cat. Prettier than me, I take bus. But you know what? Sometimes some things reach you in life and you just have to roll with the punches. You know, it's like, it might not be what you're used to. All right, I think I'm getting to the point that I'm trying to get to know. It might not be what you're used to. Sometimes we find ourselves in some situation that is not what we're used to. It brings us discomfort, right? It may bring us a mental struggle. But you see, in life, sometimes we just have to roll with the punches. That's gonna bring me to this that I wrote the other day. I wrote this. Somebody was calling. Somebody was calling, and I wonder if I. From me see them number, I'm not even bother answer, no, cause we know some pervert. But from me see them number, them not bother answer them. Because when you just come for show up on a look ugly self and look dirty self, I'm gonna depend what on depend right. No. Or me have two things I want to talk about. I know some not really come live often, but when I come, I like to talk. Sometimes, right, Lolo, sometimes we have to step out of our comfort zone. And it's sometimes we're forced out of it. But that's how life is. That's why they tell us they never look down on anybody unless you're helping them up. Because today you're up, tomorrow you're down. Me see man win lotto and broke back. Me see man rich and broke back. Me see man where I walk. And when you look him have multiple businesses, multiple streams of income. You just have to roll with the punches and don't look down upon nobody because you never know where life will take you tomorrow. That's why we just have to just live good. I wrote this the other day on social media on the 12th of January, which is the early part of the new year. You get me? And I got a lot of comments. And I want to speak about this. I wanted to do a live about it back then, but I wasn't feeling up to it. Because like I said, January is not my month. But February, my birthday, the 28th of February, and I'm always happy at this time of the year. Yesterday was my big brother's birthday. So this is what I wrote. I wrote this. I said, my caption said, allow me to be vulnerable for a moment. Social media for a lot of people is a lie. Don't sit and wish for what you believe others have. We are all flesh and blood, and we all have bad or even terrible days. That was a caption of what I wrote for the post. And the post that I wrote was this. This morning, I really did not want to come to work. Just the thought of getting out of my car and walking to the office triggered me and made my chest tight. I literally cried. It's true. I bawled for about 15 minutes in my car. It just goes to show that no one is motivated and happy every day. I too have bad days, and on those days, I make the conscious decision to post just the same, even when I don't want to. In all things, good or bad, I give thanks because I understand that it's a part of the journey and there's always a reason to be grateful. I'm a firm believer in that. Let that be what you take away from this. No matter the trials, distress, or disappointment, there's always something to be grateful for. I remember writing that, and a lot of people reached out to me, but I don't think they understood what it, you see when I tell you no video call, them crosses money, I say, man. That's what I wanted to touch on. I saw a news article where a 15-year-old girl died, and it is suspected that it was by, she unalived herself. I don't want to say the word. It is suspected that she unalived herself, and she's 15 years of age. Let me tell you something. I was reading some of the comments underneath the article, and I saw a teacher comment that she says a lot of times she tells her students that they're too young to be depressed, right? And Patsy, make sure you send me a birthday our picture. I'm gonna post her on the day. I remember a little girl a couple of years ago. She shares my birthday and I posted her picture. I wonder if I heard out of that. So a teacher commented and she said she oftentimes tells her students that they're too young, to have depression. All right. So a 15-year-old girl is suspected that she unalived herself. Now is the time to be vigilant. Sometimes the people with the brightest smiles are the ones that are going through the most. Sometimes the people with the brightest smiles are the ones that are going through the most. And the reason why I wrote that caption was for persons to be able to see somewhat realness, or to see me be vulnerable for a moment. Because when I come on live and a lot of people text me and stuff, they'll say, Sasha, you really motivate me, or you're such an inspiration. And I appreciate those kind words because I try to be, but it just goes to show that I have bad days too, even terrible days, even awful days, even teary eyed days, right? But we have to roll with the punches. And when you get to that point that you feel low, find something, if it's even one thing that you're grateful for. I cannot stress on it enough. And the reason why I can't stress on it enough is because I can relate to it. I can relate to it oh so well. On those days that you're feeling lower than low, find something to be grateful for. I have a lot of persons who throw away around the word related to unalive themselves very loosely, and they do it for attention. But because the word is so serious, you don't make the judgment of saying that it's a joke. I said this to Detroit. I said the exact same thing today. I just forgot to say it just now. So thank you for writing that so that I can say it now. Depression does not respect age, race, gender, or financial status. It doesn't respect any of those things, right? And like I said, the reason why I posted it is for persons to see somewhat well, I'm always real, but to see that I too have down days, bad days, horrible days. I've literally sat in my car before I go into the office and just cry for like a good 15-20 minutes, me just stress out. But guess what? That will not be seen on the media. A lot of persons throw around the term to unalive themselves very loosely. They throw around it very loosely, and some people do it for attention. Sorry, my allergies are acting up, so I keep on hurrying to my nose is itching. Because it's so serious, you can't take the risk of saying that they're doing it for attention. Instead, you have to either find help for them or offer assistance to them. But let me tell you something that I've learned over the years. A person who truly wants to unalive themselves and who is committed to it and have made up their mind to do it will not speak on it. There will just be an attempt, and I always pray that it's an unsuccessful attempt. They will just make an attempt. It's not something that they will speak loosely on, because there's a stigma of shame that comes with it, that they don't want anybody to know that that's what they're thinking. They don't want nobody to know that that's where their headspace is, that they want to do something like that to themselves. And sometimes the people that we see walking around with the brightest smiles, the happiest face, that we deem to be happy and successful and all of these things, sometimes it's those very same people that are struggling. Sometimes the people that give the most joy to others are joyless. They're joyless. So I wanted to come live to chat, but I wanted that to be my message, to reach out to somebody, bless up somebody. Send somebody a Bible verse. Send somebody a happy quote. Your mind been running on somebody. Check on someone, right? And we're at a time right now for the last couple of years that our children are so vulnerable. We've seen so many heinous acts against our kids. They're so vulnerable. So many people are taking advantage of them. I spoke recently about the little girl in my era that was impregnated by her stepfather. She gave birth when she was 12 years old. Another little one that I think she's 13 years old that came in the news recently, she was also touched by her stepfather. Right? And I strongly believe that if that little girl didn't fall pregnant, we would have never known what was taking place. If that little girl didn't fall pregnant, we would have never known what was taking place. So if you see a difference in someone's behavior, if you see a change, a shift, whatever it is, it could just be mood, but whatever it is, take the time out to inquire. Take the time out to investigate. because a lot of people are walking around with chips on their shoulder. I get a lot of people message me. Sometimes I'm going through my own stuff and I have a lot of people reach out to me, but I will take the time. I will often take the time to talk to them. I will often take the time to talk to them, to give them a listening ear, because a lot of time that's what a person wants. They just want a listening ear. They just want somebody to listen to them, to say, I see you and I hear you, what you're saying. And it really doesn't take anything out of us. But some of us we're just so selfish. Some of us are just so selfish because it's not at our doorstep. It no matter to we, it not have nothing to do with we. When I was younger, I suffered badly with depression when I was younger. I struggled badly with it. Terribly. And that's why I can relate to it. Like when I say it was bad, I mean it was awful. But you would never know because I would never allow it to be seen. Right? So reach out to somebody, bless up somebody, or youth or children are suffering. It is time for us to protect our children. And if you're not a parent, it takes a village, right? I'm sure there are children around you. We can just help somebody up. It's very important, right, that we touch the youths that are to follow, because they are our future. They're the ones that are going to come and lead. They're the ones that are going to come and take care of us, because we're not going to be young and healthy and strong forever. So if we can make a positive change in the next one that's coming up life, it will make a huge difference. Right? Some of us are encouraging us to just spread some love. Just spread some love. Right? Ow. Just spread some love. You understand? Well, yeah, like I was saying though, I just didn't want to check in with you guys. Make sure you go and subscribe to my YouTube, Sasha-lee Loans. More content will be coming soon. God said he will never leave you or forsake you. Yes, I completely agree. And that's where my strength comes from a lot of time. Because I remember there were times when I couldn't even pray. And that is the God honest truth. That is the God honest truth. I remember there were times when I couldn't even pray. I couldn't even open up my mouth. So that's what I'm saying to you when I say reach out to somebody, and don't tell children that they're too young to suffer with depression. You don't know what is going on in their headspace. And remember that everybody's mind is different. Everybody takes things differently. We have too many of our children unaliving themselves. It's as if it's a trend. I saw a trend on TikTok recently where I saw a trend on TikTok recently where people are saying they're posting their pictures, posting their videos of them being happy and laughing, and then they said unalive themselves, and like they would put today's date. Like they would put today's date to say unalive themselves on today's date. And even though they're very much still alive, they partake in the trend, and I think that's a cry out for help. And when you look at their other videos, they look so happy and so joyful, but I think it's a cry out for help. And that's why I encourage people all the time to just be kind. Like I always encourage people, just be kind. It don't cost nothing. It doesn't have a dollar value to it. Just be kind. Right? Because you just never know what somebody's going through. You never know the build-up. Right? You never know the challenges that they're having inside of their head that they're unable to put words to. And the truth is, we all struggle. We all struggle in different ways. Different things affect all of us differently. Whereas me, say, mega jump on the bus and roll with the punches. I could have still on my house and say, listen, I'm going to the mega getting sick. But we all deal with things differently, right? So that's when I say just roll with the punches. Life is not easy. Life is hard. And I don't know why people, I don't know, someone are just some hypocrite too, because listen, some people I don't follow on social media. You know why? Every day them get up, them happy, and they're lying. Every day them get up, they're happy. Every day them get up, they're highly, and I believe that they're lying. You know why? Because life is hard. You can't tell me say you never feel sad. You can't tell me say you never get low. You can't tell me say you've never felt like giving up. You can't tell me say a door has never being closed in your face and it leave you feeling a certain way. But you get up every day singing this high tune, making people believe that this false narrative that guess what, life is always good. That is a lie. Life is not always good. To have life is always good. To have life is always good. I will never say otherwise. To have life, to be able to live, I remember one morning I woke up and the sun hit me and I said, Lord God, thank you for the sunshine. Thank you that I'm able to feel this. Today is a new day, a beautiful day, a day that I will never see again because by tomorrow it would have been gone. And we take and then we take it for granted. Each new day that we see, some of the times we take it for granted, not realizing that we didn't do anything special. We didn't do anything great. We're not so good as that we had to see the day. So I always take the time out whenever I'm having my issues. I always take the time out to remind myself of that. And then I'll think about things that have taken place over my life, and then I will say to myself, but look where you are coming from. Look where God has brought you from. And then I'll remember things and I'll be like, remember when you were here. I'll say, remember when you were here. And then right there and then I'll find something to be grateful for. But I can't bother with the hypocrite people then. Who just get up every day like they're happy. They're not. They're lying. They too have struggles, but they're not gonna show that. That's the reason why I say social media is fake. Let me tell you something. Don't grudge nobody want to sip on the media. Don't grudge nobody want to see popular. No grudge nobody want to see dress up in a pretty clothes every day. No grudge nobody to you see them at the photo shoot and you can't do it. You understand? Don't grudge nobody to you see them buy one new car and your car break down. No grudge nobody because them have John Tama take care of them and one man never buy you KC. No, don't grudge nobody because you don't know what they're going through. And some of them are liars. They will put on band-aids and makeup to hide the bruises and to hide the pain of what they're really feeling. I remember when I was writing that post and I said, allow me to be vulnerable for a moment. I had so many voices saying, Sasha, don't do it. Don't write it. Because now you're giving people an insight. Don't write it. And I said, no. But I don't want to be fake. I don't want to put out a narrative out there that is not true. I want you to understand that even though you're coming to me for assistance, and I'm sorry, my allergies are so terrible. I don't know what's going on. I never set out to do charity, and I don't really love the word charity either, but it's the word that's been put to it, right? But I never set out to do charity. Right? And I wanted to put it out there for persons to see that, listen, you're telling me you're depressed and you're struggling, but guess what? Sasha struggles too. You're telling me all of the things that happen in your life, but it happens to Sasha too. And I wanted people to see that and to see that, listen, there's a human being that you're texting right now. You're not the only one going through it. There's somebody going through it with you. Maybe your situation is different from mine. Maybe my situation is different from John Tom's. But guess what? We all go through it too. And I don't want to give people the notion that, you know what, Sasha is always happy. No, she's not. Sasha have terrible days, horrible days. And I wanted to put it out there so that persons can relate to this. So we're all human beings. Do not think that Sasha is in a better position than you. Do not view Sasha as somebody who can just always get it done. Sasha is human too. Sasha has her struggles too. And I want to be able to show that realness on a different level. Yes, me they have motivation and all of that. Yes, that's true. But she has a downtime too. So when you're texting me, I want you to remember this. And that is the reason why I'm able to relate. That is the reason why I am able to relate to persons. Because I come from a place of compassion, love, and understanding. I understand. And I have that compassion and I have that love to maybe not know exactly how you're feeling, but to try and imagine how you're feeling. And sometimes when we come under pressure, we just have to put it out there to say, listen, this is what is taking place in my life currently. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure there are other persons who have that mind of thinking too, where you don't really want anybody to see you down. You don't really want anybody to see that you're sad. You don't really want anybody to see that you're struggling. You want to put on this facade. You don't want people to know what is truly taking place. And then and then I remember being in church, and sometimes people will come to us, and the only thing we can say is pray. God will help you. Not realizing that you are the person that's supposed to help them. I heard this in church the other day and I wanted to relate back. Sometimes people come to us and we say, just pray, man. But guess what? They've prayed and you're the person that's supposed to help them. And I'm going to use the same example that was used. You have 10 pair of shoes and somebody's shoes, water go through it, sun and dry it. And then you realize what's taking place in this person's life. And then you said to them, just pray. God will help you. Yes, God will help them through you. Saying just pray isn't always the answer. Sometimes you're the answer because you have the ability to offer the assistance. And I always say, take advantage of the opportunity to do acts of kindness. I always say that, and I will never ever stop saying it because I'm a believer. I'm a believer in kindness. Plenty of time persons have been kind to me. Maybe not on a large scale, but plenty of time I've come across kindness, whether it be through words, through prayer. I remember I was on a conference call with the Maj Lewis family, and this lady prayed for me. And listen to me, I swear God was speaking through her. I swear when she did a prayer, God did a touch her, and I tell her what to say in the prayer. Because everything she's iconic. So sometimes we are the answer to help out somebody else, right? All right, I'm still wonder wellness check-in, so no say everybody good. Hope everybody's all right. And if you're not all right, reach out to somebody. There are times in life that we feel lost. There are times in life that we feel lost and alone. Sometimes we can feel lonely. Reach out to somebody, anybody, a family member, a friend, a parent, somebody. Just reach out for a conversation or a way to redirect. Reach out for a conversation or a way to redirect the negative energy that you're feeling. It happens. It happens. All right. I have a donation from Lisa, 32,000 from December. I need to go and give out. I need to go out and give out those monies on behalf of her foundation. It's not that I don't want to, I just haven't been able. Like I said, my car's been in the garage and there's been a load of issues. But yeah, I still have that, and I also have $35 for the young lady that's building the house around there, that I'm supposed to give out as well. I would like for persons to text me about this, where I would want to do a live once a week for persons to unload. So it's a judgment free zone. You can call on the phone itself while I'm on live, and anything that is bothering you, you can just call in on the live and unload. You don't have to tell your name, you don't have to do any of that, where you're from, none of that. You can just call in and unload. That is something that is a lie that I would like to do. Originally I wanted it aimed at women only, but I know that men struggle too, right? So if you want to text me about that, you can. A live that we just unload. It's a judgment free live, because I believe if a comment comes off as constructive criticism, I will leave it. But if it's a comment where you're downright bashing someone, then I will delete it and block you, right? So a lot of people reach out to me sometimes and I don't know what to do. So I would like to do a live with it, where you can just call in. Whatever the problem is, whatever the issue, is, not charity related, but whatever it is that's going on, you can just call in, and I will and unload, just offload on the live, and you never know what can, and we can, you can just unload in the comment sections. Then you can give advice, you can give advice, you can offer solutions, whatever it is, you can do that in the comment section, right? You can do that in the comment section. Sorry, I just saw a comment that made me laugh on my page. Um, hey, sometimes when people have, hey, sometimes read comment about laugh, you know. Um, what I was saying is, yeah, you can, persons can offer advice, but no judgment. It should be a judgment free zone on the live, right? So if anybody wants to partake in that, you can just WhatsApp me and I'll do a live. And I often encourage people to speak out, because when you speak out, that's when certain things will come your way, right? We can't have too much pride. I think I'm going to do a, look out for this video on YouTube. I'm not going to upload it on Facebook, just YouTube, where I'm going to do a video of a dive deep video about me. A dive deep video about me. Like, I basically be interviewing myself, basically. A dive deep video about me, so that you can learn a little bit more about Sasha. And it might be a little bit, it's gonna be on the happy side, sad side, quirky side. But like I said, judgment free zone, right? All right, comic reason family, I'm going to leave you with what I always leave you with, which is live good, walk good, wherever the opportunity presents itself. Oh, I'm using my ring light for the first time. Love it. Live good, walk good, wherever the opportunity presents itself to do an act of kindness. Take advantage of that opportunity, because you never know the blessing you're leaving the recipient with. Also, guys, remember to follow the page. Remember to follow the page, share the page, like the page. Subscribe to my YouTube, Sasha-lee Loans. Just go over there and subscribe for me, and follow up the page, like up the page, share the page, send the page to a friend, something, right? And let's grow together, right? And I just want to send everyone well wishes. I hope you're doing well, and if you're not, then reach out to someone, talk to someone. Reach out to someone, talk to someone, right? We all struggle, we all have bad days, and we all need help. At some point or another, we all need help. No matter whatever you think of a person, at some point or another, we all need a hand to hold on to, right? All right. Big up on yourself, family. Oh, big up on yourself, come